Anyway, all the devotees stunned by the beauty of the cloth, and of course the deities, the cloth is made more beautiful, their clothing is made more beautiful by who is wearing them, their lordships, but by the cloth, and also new crowns and jewelry, which were handmade by Shantimoy Devidasi here, Villa Govinda. So their lordships knew everything yesterday. So yes, dear devotees, Bhima Krishna Ishtadevika Devidasi and Villa Govinda. Well, Villa Govinda Ashram is where we are right now. The host, Leela Moy Prabhu. And we've got lots of devotees joining us live today, and we're asking them to sit in the camera so we don't become cameramen as well. So we'll begin expecting or not, let's see if more devotees come to join us presently. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavas Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagam Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Advaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalitam Shri Vishakanvitam Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pragayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namo Tujay Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So, dear devotees, all right. All right, so dear devotees, we have most of the back to basics team here behind us. And just one thing as we set up. All right, so as we're so many, we're arranging a microphone to pass around. Otherwise, we'll be juggling the computer. All right, so back to basics. Yesterday here was Baladev's appearance day. Yesterday. Today, with you on the West Coast or in some remote place on the middle of Australia, middle of America, Wisconsin, then we are still on the day of Baladev's appearance day. Baladev is the original guru, and yesterday, I hope that maybe some of you had an opportunity, well, hope or not, that perhaps you've had the opportunity to see some of the programs that took place here, because extensively, by the grace of the devotees, we got to hear lots about Lord Balaram. And so, we are also in the month of Sri Hari Smaran, and this is a month-long festival that Srila Gurudev would send out invitations to Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. It means from Srila Guru Maharaj's time, so naturally Srila Gurudev was managing everything, and he's giving instruction. They would make in Bengali the invitation to the 1 month-long festival, Haribol. And so we made also in English, and we would send that out to the devotees around the world. And so we're in the beginning of that 1 month long festival of Sri Hari Smaran. Hari Smaran simply means remembering the Lord. In the general use of Hari, it means God. God. As we are saying God, no, the Supreme Personality or Godhead, Srila Prabhupada would likely be happy to say, but to emphasize the God aspect. And so remembrance of the Lord, there are many festivals during this month, the calendar month, and during this time we started off also with Srila Rupa Goswami's disappearance day and Villa Goswami's disappearance day. And just take a quick look what's coming up. So yes, oh yes, because we also have Janmastami, Nandotsav, the appearance of Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and Sita, the consort of Advaita Acharya's appearance, Lalita Devi's appearance, Sri Radhastami, and then the appearance of Vamana Dev, and the appearance of Jiva Goswami, appearance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Srila Haridas Thakur, and then Vishwarup Mahotsav, which is the end of the month-long festival. And then after all those festivals, you have a little gap before we come. The main ones coming up then afterwards are going to be Srila Guru Maharaj's, well, Kartik, yes, Kartik month. Oh, the disappearance. Yeah, we do have Vijayotsav in October, but that'll be a little while on. So it'll break, and then in October, Ramachandra's appearance day, Madhavacharya's appearance day, and then the disappearance days of, in one day, but different years, by the way, Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. And there is a samadhi in their honor, probably Pushpa Samadhi, but a samadhi in their honor called the Teen Samadhi, just near the junction of Radhakund and Shyamakund in Govardhan, the tip of Govardhan. And then, before we know where we are, it's going to be October. 7th of October is the beginning of the month of Kartik, beginning of Ujja Vrata, Damoda Vrata, Kartik Vrata, and Niyam Seva Vrata. Starting from the full moon, and then Srila Guru Maharaj's appearance coming 9 days later, Srila Guru Maharaj Vyasa Puja. And so we'll be in Thailand for that festival with some of you too. Oh, well, Aparajita, she will be there. And yesterday I'm on Zoom with Hungary. We do a Hungary Zoom for the devotees there. And there's a group coming from Hungary. Have they informed you? Have they informed you to Thailand?
No.
Well,
always a surprise.
Okay, I asked everybody who wants to come to please coordinate with Paramananda. And I gave everything. Okay, then I can remind them to please do that. But yesterday they were very firm, because I said, see if you can come here for these festival days. And they said, well, we could, but we only have so much holidays, and we're going to go to Kartik in Thailand. So, all right, so it's festival time on this side of the world. We're having festivals, and you're having festivals, and we can see Nirupama Devi Dasi and associates there in, where are you? In the Kiev temple? Oh, in Govinda land, you know the wall. So where are you? Okay, please give a little news from Govinda land. It's back to basics. You've made it to Govinda land.
Dandavat Gurudev, all devotee. Yes, we are in Govinda land now.
And what is the news from Govinda land?
Yesterday we had also a very big holiday, Dandavat, Gurudev and all devotees. We spent most of the time in the kitchen, so it was a really great time with Madhusudan Brahmachari. And also yesterday it was like a very great event because we have now in Ukraine 2 more sannyasis. Ananda Sundar became Ananda Madhav Maharaj, and also Amal Krishna became Amal Giri Maharaj. So it was like online yagya, and then we had yagya here. So now we have also 3 sannyasis in Ukraine. So this festival brought us like good news. So, and there are many devotees,
Well,
more than 50 people now. So we have quite a great time here. Cool weekend.
a cool weekend in the summer. Okay, very good. And Nirupama, what is your news? You were cooking in the kitchen and?
Always kitchen religion. Yes, Gurudev. I've cooked with Madhusudan Maharaj all day. With Madhusudan Maharaj. With Madhusudan Brahmachari. Madhusudan Brahmachari. Yes, all day. Nirupama made pizza and many other things. So yeah.
See, her Italian background is paying off.
Yes, always. Of course.
Hare Krishna. And you've got 50 devotees there. So
Nearby, yes.
All right. Staying in the area.
Yes.
And how long will they be there? I mean, is it gathering for like the 1 month festival, or it is just coming and going?
I think it's more coming and going, and here, as always, stay near 20 devotees, 20 people, like residents.
Okay, well, that's a good number, 20, yes.
But you remember, it's quite a big place, so it's actually not so many. They always need more to maintain this castle.
The castle. All right. Anyway, perfect. So let us begin here. We've got some of your Ukrainians right here with us who've made the journey. And Nirupama, Shamapriya, Nirupama, Harimati and Shamapriya. And Shamapriya, she can just say a few words to you, but I'm just got to plug in the microphone, and so we can pass it around. Maybe, but they can't hear anything until. So one moment, microphone. Okay, USB device. Can you hear us?
Dandavas, dear devotees, can you hear me well? Yeah, super. So some news from here. Yesterday, all the day it was gathering about Balaram, about his service to Lord Krishna, and we were sharing between each other the favorite stories about our dear Lord and about Balaram pastimes, and also remembering that in this Kali Yuga, Balaram is a Nityananda, and it is more his time, the Nityananda Prabhu, who give even more mercy than the Balaram. And during all yesterday we were discussing, and we've been engaging seva, and the main idea of a Balaram to connect everything to Krishna, to make environment for Krishna. So I'm happy that he engaged all of us in all this service, and somehow many miracles happened yesterday. Also, we trying to expand the Villa Govinda, but it's not we, it's Lord want to expand Villa Govinda more. So yesterday, one of the miracles of Balaram, he made first steps to give additional property. So we all feel these blessings from the Lord, and we're happy to be here, of course, in such a nice association.
So more specifically than yesterday, the pre-agreement, whatever it is in legal terms, for purchasing the end part of this block. So the other end of this block of houses, of which this side is an ashram, yesterday they did the signature with all the parties here. They did the signature of all these official papers and then presented to the deities to show, look, your property, and Balaram's appearance day. And it was, you can say, coincidence, because it's Sunday, it's the day when they can all come together and everything. But it wasn't coincidence in the sense of really Baladev's appearance day. It is one of those good days in the year to start something new. And Baladev, on his appearance day, then we think that's also very special. And as coincidence would have it, yesterday, Kumkum Devidas's house was put on the market. Yesterday, today, yesterday, whatever it may be, Baladev's appearance day. And on the other side of the world, Abhinavasunda's house in Australia, which they're trying to sell, they got a new offer yesterday. Whether it will go through or not, we'll see. But they've been waiting for offers. Seems not many people want to live in UK. It's a remote little village, and everybody likes the city these days. So attractive, amazing, which is good. So those who are in the country are left in peace. Hare Krishna. Anyway, dear devotees, we've got Paramanand. We've got actually lots of devotees. I'm not sure we're going to have to. Well, pass the microphone to whom? Okay, who's got something in their pocket? Everyone has something in their pocket to contribute. And who is bursting?
The whole
Who?
file over there.
Srila Rupa. Okay, Srila Rupa is right here from South Africa. And she's been busted by Paramananda Prabhu. She's all prepared with lots of good things to share with you. Anyway, sorry, I'm in the picture as well. Maybe you can come a little closer. I don't know. Sorry, I'm in the picture, but it's Srila Rupa speaking.
Dandavata pranams. And my obeisances to all of you. And it is, yes, I think great to be here in person with all the devotees. And on the other side of back to Bhakta basics. So yes, we have had festival times, traveling times, association with all the devotees. And yeah, I was just searching on my phone since I don't have my computer next to me and sitting at home and typing out things. But just being live here with everyone is wonderful. And having all of you here as well, part of being in all the association and the festivals, it's so great to be involved with all the seva. There's a whole roster as to who's doing what time we're having. After this, we're going to be doing our japa and association. It is our life, because if I'm back at home for that short space of time, I'm inspired, but it's like I do need the association to motivate me to do well. Here it's just on a different level. So yesterday we were busy in the kitchen, and there's always something to do. After that, the programs and the festivals, and then today we're also going on Harinam, which I'm looking forward to. Even though I can't contribute much, but the devotees are so tolerant, and it's just beautiful being here and meeting everyone that I haven't met before. Yeah, that I just see them online. So yeah, very special. That's all I can say for now.
And behind you is Vanavi Devi Dasi. If you pass the microphone, she's come from Rome, which takes which takes longer than coming from London, but she's come from Rome. And from London, we do have Pandita here with us, Rasamoy Pandita. And here's Bhanavi Devi Dasi from Rome. I'm going to share something. And I think she's a genuine Rome. Her husband is a genuine Rome. Very.
We are both not Romans. We live in Rome. Me and from North Italy. And we met in the very center of Italy.
He's taken me on.
Anyway.
He's taken me on tours of Rome. I thought he was Roman. Oh, well, okay.
Oh, well.
There we are.
My Dandavat pranams to everybody. And it's also a great pleasure to be here in this program today and together with all the devotees. I mean, I don't want to repeat myself, but really it's something special to have the close association to very special devotees. Everybody's special, everybody is bringing something important, something substantial, just to have also very personal association, which with each of them is amazing. I think that when you are in an ashram and you have the possibility to have these exchanges, I don't know, it brings you something uplifted every time. So with Kadamba, with now. Srila Rupa, I had the possibility to meet her finally and to share time and space. Shamapriya, everybody, Navani, everybody really that is here is contributed with their special mood to the environment of Villa Govinda, which is already very, very special. So yesterday I was in the kitchen, and for me it's always wonderful to stay with Ravindra Mohandas, with Krishna Kanta, listening together with them, and also elaborating some projects on the, I hope, near future. Together, just also in Villa Govinda, but also in Rome. So I really hope to have all this inspiration also to bring something substantial in Rome with the devotees. So yeah, and also to have Paramananda here for me is always very, very special. Association and the possibility to hear his Harikatha is always uplifting. Of course, so really, really beautiful. Thank you, Vedantavats. Thanks to everybody.
Govinda, Govinda. And Oscar is coming tonight.
Yes, it's coming today. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty special because my husband is doing initiation from Maharaj will be, I think, tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, very, very excited.
And in the distance behind, then we can see Lavanyamoy Devi Dasi, and she's been throughout the whole of the Latvia program. In fact, not only Latvia, all three countries she was in. Right? You were there in Lithuania.
Yeah.
Yes, all the way through Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia recently, and now come to Villa Govinda Ashram. English.
Okay, I tried. I've done the devotees. I'm very happy to be there. And
Okay, you're happy, but what have you learned?
what I learned, okay. So, oh, that's why.
Put you on the
Because-
spot there. What have I learned?
Actually, what I learned is always be happy, no matter what happened in my life, what problems I have, but this inside feelings that you have some protect, and it's always be good. I don't know how it's explained, but it's really
really weird that everything what happened before initiation, and now sometimes I have feeling that these problems are more harder, but about my house is feels like that everything will be good, and this smile always be with me, and I always very grateful. I'm always grateful for these opportunities, for everything that happened. No matter what it is, but I'm very, very grateful. And that's all. Thank you.
Govinda Govinda. Okay, very good. Hare Krishna. Well, we got lots more devotees. Yeah, Ishwarananda hiding behind me, look, very perfectly hidden. He thought he was going to get away with it. Okay, from Ishwarananda, but then we're going to come to Paramananda Prabhu and we'll share some things, because back to basics, and we know that to be with the devotees, this is always the great treasure. And to be with devotees, everyone's got some way to give encouragement, not only encouragement, but to give like the view of Krishna consciousness in their own particular way. And so to be with devotees is wonderful. And now, but yes, what was I going to say? And we were talking, I was with Ishwarananda, who's about to speak and unhide himself. Okay. And we flew together from Ireland. We were in Ireland at the festival, so he can also maybe share something of that. But we flew together, so we got some time to talk together, and this way. Good evening. We seem to have, we've got a spinning wheel on the main computer that we were using. So now
Couldn't take it anymore.
we couldn't take it anymore. So anyway, Ishwarananda and myself, we had long talks, and we came both in Ireland itself and then on the journey here. And so anyway, now Ishwarananda, he's made it here because he actually landed on it at a different airport. And anyway, it's a long story. But here's Ishwarananda, and he's going to give you something of his life experience recently.
Dhanyavad. I'm seeing some sweet names and some sweet faces as
Where's
well.
the microphone?
They
They
still
can't
can't
hear
hear.
you at all.
But you have to plug in.
Oh,
May have
yes.
to change that.
Okay. No, I'm right. The microphone's attached to another computer. Okay, got
I'm
it.
seeing lots of beautiful faces, lots of beautiful names. My Dhanyavads humbly. Let's see, the Irish festival was phenomenal. There were so many jewels there that I had no clue about. And of course, because I don't have a clue about a lot, but it was so special to get the association of the devotees in Ireland and to see the temple come to a point where we're starting to be able to perceive it. Yeah, all I can say is it's something that I don't really understand, but it's something that, you know, Gurudev's mercy is present there and his blessing. And you can see that in the devotees. You can see that in Maharaj coming to be with them. You see that in how wonderful the tulasi plants are, you know, blossoming. So there's definitely some moving and shaking going on. What I yeah, that's my small piece of the Irish festival. One thing that was really phenomenal yesterday is Paramananda Prabhu was giving a translation to Lord Balaram's Pranam mantra, and he was further explaining some parts that weren't translated. And correct me if I'm wrong on this, but it was really sweet to hear that Lord Balaram's skin was the color of fresh snow under the moonlight. And for me, that's something that was this really special analogy because I've seen that, and it's a really, really phenomenal color. It's magical. So that was something that touched me. But if we could hear from Bimal Krishna Prabhu and Isha Devika Didi, that would be very special. That's my little addition. And that's
And then we'll hear from Paramananda Prabhu about the more full translation of Balaram's Pranam Mantra, which was it's posted on scsmat.com, is there, and discovered by Srila Gurudev. So, Bhima Krishna Prabhu, we all are happy to hear from you, and you've been, as Chintamani Devidasi would say, you've been voluntold as opposed to volunteered. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat to you all.
Unmute.
Dandavat. Is everything okay?
Turn off the. We're using this computer now.
That's okay.
Turn off the microphone. Sorry. Okay, Bhima Krishna, sorry about that.
No problem.
We're learning to harmonize with the electronics.
You're better than I am. I can't do it at all. Yeah, as far as a contribution, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I know envy is not a good quality to have, but I'm definitely envious of all of you being there, seeing everybody there. I sure wish, obviously, we were there in your association. I've been following on Facebook the program yesterday, and just seeing all it always amazes me too, like with the devotees. And you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw some blue rice, and I even feel like the ghee lamp were colored blue. Did I see that correctly? Like, only devotees, it's always small details with devotees, but that just shows you how caring and how thoughtful devotees are. Because I kind of had that realization when we were at the Govinda Mela. Like, when you drive in up the driveway, if you've been to SoCal, then you know there's a big driveway that goes up, and they wanted to put a big banner across, and it just says, I can't remember what it says, but it says in big letters, Sri Govinda Mela. And it's something that everybody notices, and when you see it, you get excited. But I was helping set that up. It's about 20 feet in the air, and we have a ladder against a tree trying to tie this thing up. And it's something that it's not necessary. Like, you don't need a big sign there, but these like little things, like when you see them, the devotees are so excited to see them, and it brings them some kind of pleasure, and that's the whole purpose. But I don't think that way. But seeing that other devotees do, just the little things that's coming from their heart, and that's so sweet. I just thought that was really, really, really sweet. And yeah, just happy to see you all. Happy to see the programs. That everything in Villa Govinda is top class, like perfect. And just the devotees there, it's all emanating from them. And just happy to see you all. My dandavats to you all, and can't wait to hear from Paramananda Prabhu as well. So
Dandavat to all the devotees. There was something in the Salt Lake City program today that Sri Leka said. Someone had asked a question that just kind of, I can't remember the question, but she said something that stuck with me that was just really sweet. She said that Balaram is Krishna's first expansion, but not in terms of timing, in terms of like closeness, and that he's like a mirror to Krishna, and is like Krishna's giving potency. I was hoping she would be here in case I got anything wrong or to expand on that, but she said something right along those lines today in the class, and that was just something really beautiful that stuck with me. So I thought I would share, and I'm just so grateful to be here with you all and for the association and to see so many of you gathered together. Yes, and that's all. Medandava to you all.
Dandavat, and everybody here has got smiling faces seeing you online and also in person here. So everything is good. Jai. And by the way, Ishwananbu was saying about the island temple, seeing it blossom and bloom, the Limerick ashram there. We inaugurated at that time, means they inaugurated the new temple room because they're building, like purpose-made, a temple room as an extension to the house. They got all the planning permission, all these things. And it's true, it was without doors and windows, but it was quite like Navadip, that you're in the elements, whether it's summer or winter, you're in the elements. But the doors and windows are coming soon. But it was the first actual programs that were held, and very, very beautiful, very sweet, in the new temple room. And when we were when I was earlier this year in Brazil, then similarly, same but different, they've extended the temple extensively to allow many more people than could possibly be in the temple before, to allow much bigger gatherings, which already they've had again and again. And recently also they had again big gatherings and the fire yagya for new initiates there in the temple room. But when we were there, it's kind of inaugurated, Srila Maharaj saying, well, but it's not ready, but they made it ready enough for us to have programs there. And that had also no doors and no windows. And now, just in these few months, the doors, the windows, everything is in, and really, and some of the relief decoration is there, and really it's looking grand. So some parallel with the expansion of Brazil and then the expansion of the Limerick Island ashram that is there. And other things we did there too, but lots of stories from Ireland, but now live here. We've got our Paramananda Prabhu, and I'll bring up the verse. Oh, Paramananda, knows, he's probably shy if I tell you. He knows Balaram's pranam mantra like fluently by heart. I was going to say, I'll bring up the pranam mantra so you can explain it. Okay, I'll bring it up as well, yeah. So, no, I have it, yeah. Here's Paramananda Prabhu, and Shyama Priya has also put it in the chat box so that you can see it. There we are.
So I may not live up to the expectation from the devotees. Anyhow, there are many wonderful things happening, as you already heard. It's always unbelievably beautiful in many ways here in Villa Govinda. I was talking to a client of mine recently. He's the guy who likes to travel to the power places. He goes to those so-called power places around the world, and I know what he does, but he maybe tries to charge from those places. Anyway, he doesn't really have a clue, but he likes the power places.
What does power place mean?
I'm going to explain.
Oh, you're going to explain? Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what the power place means in this world, but I'm going to explain what the real power place is.
Ah, okay.
And as a devotees, we're also doing that. And I've been contemplating about it because this is really our practice. We want to go where there is devotion thriving. And where is devotion thriving? The current that we talk about, current of devotion, the current of ecstasy, love, affection, that stream is always alive and it's always dynamic. And when you come to such places, and by the way, I just wanted to say, this is one of my power places. That's where I can come anytime, and I feel very special connection to this place. And it's very dear to Govinda Maharaj. In fact, it's his creation. When we say, okay, the 5 pillars, but how did it all happen? And they can tell you that they got inspired by Srila Govinda Maharaj, and miracle after miracle after miracle, this place came to be. And now it's thriving and it's expanding, as Maharaj just mentioned, which is also very mystical. If we pay attention to our daily life, we will find so many mystical things, the indications and the little miracles that happen every day. And it's all happening because of the Lord's grace. We just need, and it's happening all the time. We just need eyes and ears to see and hear that. So yesterday, on that day, miracles did happen again. And like you were mentioning, Srila Didi is talking about Baladev and how close he is to Krishna. And we were discussing that he appeared before Krishna. He is his first expansion, but in the Leela, he appears before to make everything pakka, perfect for his appearance. Everything is lined up for him. Scenarios are all written, all the main characters are ready to play, and then Krishna makes his appearance, and Baladev is there to assist through all of that with such unparalleled devotion. And we were talking, this is how he's the original guru. His intention is only to serve. He is not for himself. Like Krishna is for himself and by himself. But Baladev is for Krishna. This is his position. The Lord, who is a devotee, how inconceivable is that? Is there any other conception in the world, theological conception that talks about it? How the Lord himself can become a devotee. And I'm not even mentioning Mahaprabhu's case. That's even more inconceivable. So lots of glories of Baladev Nityananda were chanted. And of course, for us, it's very easy to relate. I mean, not very easy, but by the grace of our Guru Varga, we are more inclined to connect with Nityananda because he's so merciful. With Baladev, we should be a little bit cautious. You know, he has very short-tempered in a way when you do something not so good. So the heads may start rolling just from the slaps that he will give you. But Nityananda, we may be very fallen, very unqualified, trying but falling down again, trying to get up and falling down again. Still, he is not going to give up. That is his nature. In some cases, even Mahaprabhu will give up on someone. The Mahavadanyaya avatar himself said, okay, I had enough with these people. Let me just take their heads. But not Nityananda. Nityananda prayed and prayed till there was a complete and drastic change in them. So he made the worst kind to be the best kind. That is his quality. And this is our hope, our prayer. And we all heard how Srila Guru Maharaj would take the names of Lord Nityananda so often, not to be imitated. Guru Maharaj's connection with Lord Nityananda is unique and worshipable. But we could hear him saying, Dayal Nitai, Dayal Nitai, Dayal Nitai. And yes, Maharaj asked me to talk about the mantra, pranam mantra. And Srila Govinda Maharaj did mention when he found it, he said, I was looking for an appropriate pranam mantra. And there are so many mantras that can be considered the pranam mantra. The Shastras are very vast in their knowledge and so many different leelas, so many different stories and Sanskrit compositions, the Puranas, the Samhitas, the Itihasas, the Upanishads, etc., etc., etc. They're giving some clues and they're giving some beautiful verses. But the verse in the line of Rupanuga, aligned with the thought of Bhaktivinoda, Gaur-Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj. And he is occupying a very unique position. So Gurudev took his time. And when he read Garga Samhita, he concluded this is the perfect pranam mantra for Baladev. And it is, you can see it in the chat, good to follow. Spuradamala Kiritam Kin Kini Kan Kanartam, Chaladalaka Kapolam, Kundalam Shri Mukhabjam, Dukhinagiri Manojam, Nila Megha Baradev, Halam Ushala Vishalam, Kama Palam Samide. And the translation is so beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to do the justice to the translation, but imagine this absolutely stunning. There's no one like, well, Krishna is Krishna, but no one like Baladev. He is second to Krishna, almost identical, but different. So it is described that he resembles a beautiful mountain with a snow peak, bathed in the moonlight. That's how he looks like. Wearing a beautiful, shining crown, lots of jewelry, tingling bells in his ankle, and then beautiful earrings in his ears, and they're swaying as he walks. And then his hair, and Guru Maharaj uses that, they are arranged with the acceptable negligence. That kind. They did not do any, I mean, Baladev doesn't do any hairdo. He just wakes up, do what he does, but it's so beautiful that it charms the world, the way his hairs are. And then, of course, he's carrying his two attributes, the plow and the club. And that's how he solves the problem. So Krishna is not solving any problems, Baladev's job. So he's carrying just in case if we see a demon or two, or need to, decide on some political issue. He's very quick for reading about these pastimes. Like, why talking so much? How to get rid of this demon? Let me just give him a slap. Job finished. So that's Baladev. And that description of Pranam Mantram. And yes, and he fulfills all the desires. And not in the sense of mundane desires. We're talking about a Lord devotee. So the only person who will be captivated with that conception is another devotee. So he will fulfill the desire of devotee to attain divine service. And that's how he does it. And that is Kamapala Samide. So he's fulfilling the desire, devotional desire of the devotees. And in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a beautiful description how Nityananda Prabhu appears in a dream of Krishna Goswami. That's just mesmerizing. And I don't remember the verses, but you must revisit that moment. And it's one of the few, actually, only 2 times Srila Krishna Goswami, he tells his own story in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He's very careful. He doesn't want any fame, but he feels that he must mention that because it's not about him. It's about Lord Nityananda and his grace. And then after the incident in the house of his brother, Nityananda Prabhu, being very satisfied with the decision of Krishna Goswami and with his actions and with his mood, he appeared in his dream. And at that time, he is still in the West Bengal. And it is described that he looked like an intoxicated elephant, swaying to and fro as he walks, carrying a cowboy stick, wearing a beautiful silk turban, and his dress, Nila Megha Bharatyam, that's the Baladev's Pranam Mantra. He's wearing this beautiful blue dress. And the bumblebees, they're just buzzing around him. Also appearing very intoxicated. In fact, the whole world around him, the whole atmosphere is intoxicated with Krishna Prema. And then he appears in that kind of form to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami as Krishna das. Go to Vrindavana. There you will find the fulfillment of all of your desires. And without delay, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami starts for Vrindavana the next morning. Absolutely beautiful. And countless things can be said about Nityananda, Baladev, and their function. And in our life, we can conceive of them as Vaishnava Guru. He is the Adi Guru. We can think of him like that. The one who is giving us the opportunity to serve the divine couple, to come to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to come in connection with the holy name and with the service itself. So this is our vision of Baladev Nityananda. And we should, it's not just on this day we're trying to remember and glorify him. We should remember that every moment of our life, and that will help us tremendously on our path. Any trouble, we must take the shelter of Lord Nityananda. And the help will come. He will not abandon anyone. Don't forget, he's more merciful than the most merciful, which is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda is more merciful than Gauranga Mahaprabhu.
Hare Krishna. Govinda Govinda. So after that, I was going to, I'm thinking that, oh, Rupa, she'll be on her computer, she'll be finding us that quote or that section of the Chaitanya
Oh, that's
Charitamrita.
Oh, you did.
Oh, she
Oh my
found it.
God.
She's got it right
Please
there.
read it, Maharaj.
Oh my goodness. Arise, get up. He told me again and again. So this is Krishna, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj throughout this Leela.
Where's the description of this?
Okay, so anyway, let me just find it. So Adi Leela, chapter 5, text 183 approximately. Just give me one moment and we'll get that for you. So it's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 5, and text number 5184. All right, so just one thing I want to do here, that is, so Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, and Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Just want to advance you. When we click, sometimes things immediately happen and sometimes they don't. Bengali verse in translation of it. Fine. Okay, we're up and running. So, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. And so we're in Adi Leela chapter 5. So I'll just read for you. This is a description when the revelation means, not only revelation, Nityananda himself appeared to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj. And so Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj is explaining, oh, yes.
It's after the incident.
Yeah. So Lord Nityananda appeared to me in a dream, and then Dandavat hoya ami parinu payete nija pada padma prabhu dila mora mate. So I fell at his feet, offering my obeisances, and he then placed his own lotus feet upon my head. Utta boli more bole bara uti tara rupa deki hoinu chamatkara. So actually, you know these words pretty much. Most of you will know these words. Arise, get up, utta, get up, boli. He told me, bara, again and again. Then upon rising, I was greatly astonished to see his beauty. Utti tara rupa deki hoinu chamatkara. So I was greatly astonished to see his beauty. And then Shyama Chikkanna Kanti Prakhanda Sharira Shakshar Kandarpa Jaiche Mahamala Vira Mahamala. He had a glossy blackish complexion, and his tall, strong, heroic stature made him seem like Cupid himself. Kandarpa is Cupid. So Shakshad Kandarpa, Jaiche Mahamala Vira, and Mahamala, very stout and strong, Vira, hero. Then next verse. He had beautifully formed hands, arms, and legs, and eyes like lotus flowers. He wore a silk cloth with a silk turban on his head. He wore golden earrings on his ears and golden armlets and bangles. He wore tinkling anklets on his feet and a garland of flowers around his neck. His body was anointed with sandalwood pulp, and he was nicely decorated with tilak. His movements surpassed those of a maddened elephant. His face was more beautiful than millions upon millions of moons, and his teeth were like pomegranate seeds because of his chewing betel, not to be imitated, dear devotees. His body moved to and fro, right and left, for he was absorbed in ecstasy. He chanted, Krishna, Krishna. Oh, I should have done. He chanted, Krishna, Krishna, in a deep voice. Then Ranga Jasti Haste Dole Jaina Matta Singha Chari Parshe Veri Ache Charanete Bringa. His red stick moving in his hand, he seemed like a maddened lion. So he's walking like a maddened elephant, and with his stick, he seemed like a maddened lion. All around the four sides of his feet were bumblebees. And Parishadaganideki, seeing his associates, Sobba Gopa Vesha, all wearing Gopa cowherd clothing. Everybody, Sobba Gopa Vesha. Krishna, Krishna, Kohe, Sobe, Saprema Aveshe, Saprema, of ecstatic love, Aveshe, in absorption. So his devotees, dressed like cowherd boys, surrounded his feet like so many bees, and also chanted, Krishna, Krishna, absorbed in ecstatic love. Some of them played horns and flutes, and others danced and sang. Some of them offered betel nuts, and others waved chamara fans about him. Thus I saw such opulence in Lord Nityananda Swarup. His wonderful form, qualities, and pastimes are all transcendental. Hare Krishna. I was overwhelmed with transcendental ecstasy, not knowing anything else. Then Lord Nityananda smiled and spoke to me as follows. Hare Krishna. And what did he say? What did Nityananda say? He said, Are, are, oh. We hear this all the time in Bengal. Are, Baba, oh, brother. Are, Krishna Rasa. Na karaha bhaya. Do not have fear. Do not be fearful. Vrindavane jaha. Go to Vrindavane jaha. Go. Taha sava labhya haya. There you will get everything. So, oh my dear Krishnadas, do not be afraid. Go to Vrindavan, for there you will attain all things. Hare Krishna. Oh. Huh? Well, we can finish the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. However, there we are. That, I mean, so beautiful indeed.
And actually, that's the beginning of Chaitanya. That's the initiation of Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah. The foundation of Chaitanya Charitamrita is Nityananda Prabhu, as we've just heard. And everybody knows the foundation of the Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur is Nityananda Prabhu. The foundation of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat in Navadip is Guru Maharaj coming to Nityananda Prabhu for permission, as it were, for sanction. And the foundation of Srila Guru Maharaj giving initiation, accepting disciples is Nityananda Prabhu. The foundation of many things is Nityananda Prabhu. Balaram Nityananda, Nityananda Balaram. Hare Krishna. And on Balaram's appearance day, signed this deed, not the deed, but the pre-arrangement for the, but all with everything signed by...
Paid the deposit for the property.
Paid the deposit and the signatures, all these things. And then offered to the Lord. I mean, not then offered to the Lord. The whole thing is an offering to the Lord. Showing the Lord the papers and everything. Hare Krishna. So there'll be lots of seva here. For anyone who's able to come and do seva, can carry bricks, retile the roof. Anutama.
But don't forget about Thailand.
Oh yes, we've got competition.
Not to abandon us. We have plenty of bricks to carry too.
Hare Krishna. Yes, I've got to be careful with Paramananda around. Actually everywhere. You know, London, there's so much seva waiting in London. We are in London and seeing there is so much seva everywhere. I mean, actually everywhere. In Ireland, wherever we go, in Latvia, I mean, there's so much seva opportunity. And in the spirit, in our actual home in Vaikuntha, everyone is only doing seva. And we did read from Srila Guru Maharaj, I believe, Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, Volume 1. And in one paragraph, or maybe two paragraphs, Srila Guru Maharaj used the word, there will be no hint. No hint, I think it was the word hint, but there will be no hint of enjoyment in us. There will be no hint of, oh, what will I get out of doing something? But this idea, there will be no hint of these things. It's not that, oh, I would like to do, you know, oh, I'll get something, it'll be good for me if I do it. It's good for Krishna. We're doing it for Krishna. And so if there's any hint of this self-enjoyment part, Guru Maharaj is saying, we will have to stay within this Brahmanda. Maybe we go to a heavenly planet, but that's not anything in real terms. If you're pious and you putting God at the center, but really it's, you know, I will be the beneficent, I will be the benefiter, something like that. That it's for me, I'm doing it. Then we have to stay in this world, and Krishna can give so much luxurious living and so many things. You can be very happy in a mundane way, but that does not fulfill us, fulfill the soul ultimately. We must understand that even if we have a lifespan of 10,000 years or 100,000 years, it's a lifespan. And so within any time, then we understand, oh, my moments and days are passing and I need to use them in the way to find our land of immortality, not a temporary place where we can pretend to be the enjoyer. Krishna is the one enjoyer, and this we hear in Sri Brahma Samhita. In this, you could say, the summary of Goloka Vrindavana and the residents. There, verse 56, and Krishna, there is one enjoyer, is Lord Krishna, and everyone is for his enjoyment.
But we have one hopeful verse, Maharaj, that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Krishna is saying that if we are sincere in our attempts, and even though we may possess some material desires and ask Krishna to fulfill those material desires, he without any doubt will do so. But if we are petitioned again and again for those material desires, he, for our own sake, will forcefully give us shelter at his lotus feet. And that's where our hope lies. Not that we don't have to do anything, but sometimes you think, how is that possible? I can never make it. It's too much for me. But if we're sincere, and there are attempts, just like the chanting of the holy name, we cannot chant the holy name purely, but the Nam Prabhu can be very merciful and seeing that, oh, okay, he's trying his best. I will come and enter his heart. So in a similar way, Krishna will give such devotee his shelter.
Hare Krishna. Hopeful, and actually when Paramananda was saying, oh, there is a hopeful verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I had a list of which hopeful verse. So we read so many verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita which are so hopeful. And there we are, spotlight on this verse. So don't give up. Don't give up. Oh, here's Shama Priya. She's following the schedule, the published schedule for our festival days here in Villa Govinda, because it says at 5 a.m. we go outside and chant japa and Gayatri. So we are going to go now outside to chant japa and Gayatri. And yesterday morning, which is the first morning back in Villa Govinda, was outside chanting japa and Gayatri, and there were no mosquitoes. So Paramananda, he gave some idea that, oh no, we'll send the mosquitoes to sleep and we'll have our peaceful japa period outside. So anyway, it's not quite, but it's going to be very soon, the light, the dawn, the light coming. And yesterday was very orange, very classic, beautiful, early morning. Udila Aruna Purababagi, that morning before sunlight coming, that golden hue. All right, so from all of us here to all of you there, we're chanting our happiness to be in your association. We're chanting the glories of Srila Gurudev and of Srila Guru Maharaj. And on Facebook, and to whoever is on Facebook, and I believe this is Mathura Basini Devi Nasi, okay. So Mathura Basini Devi Nasi, I don't have my glasses on, so I was trying to see in the dark of the Facebook. So Mathura Basini Devi Nasi and others who are on Facebook who we can't see, and those of you who are seeing the recorded version here on Zoom live in Villa Govinda, all glories to each of you. We are giving our obeisances to you and chanting the glories of Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisunda Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. And jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Jai Sri Rupa Guru Bhaga ki jai. Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Sri Baladev's appearance day ki jai. Sri Baladev's appearance ki jai. Jai Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Worldwide devotees ki jai. Oh, and by the way, regularly on Back to Basics is Kumkum Devidasi. She's also here. And she's here and she's staying next door, right? And coming through. So she's here and she's been very instrumental in helping to make this signing the deal and everything with this property at the end of the road here. And so she's also here and she has a little bit of what Gurudev didn't understand until the very later part of his passing, a little bit of jet lag. So she did apologize yesterday that she probably will not be with us this morning, but maybe in the next Back to Basics she'll be here. All right. Dear devotees, with humble obeisances, Vanchakalpatarubhyaska, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Well, I was going to say nobody can hear you, but it seems that they could because some hands went up. All right, dear devotees, jais to each one of you. Keep up the good seva, keep on chanting Hare Krishna, keep on serving the devotees, keep on doing all the good things, and be happy. Oh, that's one thing that Ishwarananda, he also learned in our discussion, right? What is surrender? I'm not sure who first said it. It wasn't me, but here in Villa Govinda, they came up with the concise definition of surrender. Smile and say yes. Dandavat. Wishing all good things for the week. See you soon on Zoom and Facebook and live when we can, as we are, I mean in person when we can. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.